Okay, we're here in the unofficial official, or the official unofficial, test kitchen for the White Wolf Cafe. Anne-Marie, thanks for having us in.
I'm so glad you guys could come.
And tell us what we're making.
Well, we are going to make a fantastic holiday cake. I've always been frustrated by buying a cake and reading the ingredients and seeing things I didn't recognize, hydrogenated oils. I'm like, flour, eggs, cake.
Natural.
Natural. There should be a way to make it, and I figured it out.
Great.
So, come up with a beautiful devil's food cake recipe and a great buttercream, and then we'll jazz it up at the end.
Preparation is key. So you've got everything out here, and now we're going to
measure the flour.
Start measuring the flour. And there's a little trick to this you told me about.
Absolutely. Biggest mistake people make in making a cake is they measure their flour wrong and they get too much flour. Makes the cake dry, crumbly, doesn't taste good at all. We also are going to use cake flour. It's a much finer grain flour. It's milled finer and sifts lighter than a regular all-purpose flour would. So I have a sister here, and we're going to end up needing 2 1/4 cups. So I'm just going to dump some in here. Not really worrying about how much, because I'm going to sift it into this bowl right here. So here we go.
Great.
Sift this in. Now, once the flour is sifted, then I'm going to measure it. So it's light, it's fluffy. I'm going to get a whole lot less flour in the measuring cup.
Right. And if you do it the same way every time, it helps be consistent from cake to cake.
We have 2 sticks of unsalted butter in the bin here.
And you said that needed to be softened or room temperature or?
Yeah. Just set it out so that it's soft. You're going to cream your butter and sugar together. So if it's fresh coming out of the refrigerator, it won't cream. It'll just be chunky.
Right.
So you need to set it out ahead of time. Again, you got to get your ingredients ready before you start.
And how much brown sugar?
2 1/4 cups.
2 1/4 cups.
Firmly packed brown sugar. Unlike the flour, you pack the brown sugar nice and firm.
I may be over-mixing my cakes on a regular basis.
Well,
If that's all the longer it needs.
That's it. No, you don't need any more than that. And, once you get used to this and you realize how quick and easy it is to whip up a homemade scratch cake, you won't buy a box that has things in it you don't recognize. You won't have to pick up the cake at the grocery. Because you think, man, I can make something better than that really quickly. All right, so we're going to divide this between these 2 pans. They're already prepared. They got parchment in the bottom. All right, so the next thing we're going to make is a fantastic buttercream icing.
I love the buttercream icing.
Me too. No shortening, nothing strange. Butter, sugar, egg whites, vanilla.
Wow.
That's it.
Very simple.
Very simple. Really good. Really, really good. All right, we're going to start with 4 egg whites. A long time. And then we're going to add a cup plus about 2 tablespoons of sugar. Now, if you like a super sweet icing, 1 1/4 cups. If you like it more buttery, not really very sweet, just a cup.
Right.
Karo syrup.
Why Karo syrup?
Tablespoon of Karo syrup. This is the magic ingredient, I can tell you. The chemical structure of the fructose sugar in this is different than the table sugar. It will keep it from crystallizing.
Ah, so you won't have that icing when you bite down it.
No
that
crunchy
sand at the beach. This will keep it.
You have to taste that.
It's very light.
Yep.
Oh, that's good.
Isn't that
I
good?
see what you mean, how there's some crumbs starting to come through the icing, so you don't, when you do your final finish, if you don't want that to show, you want to keep your knives separate.
Yep, you got to keep your knives separate. And what we're going to do is once we get this jelly in here, we're actually going to put a crumb coat of icing on the cake. And we're going to let that, just a real thin layer over the whole cake, and we're going to put it in the fridge. And that will seal all those crumbs in, and then when we're icing it, we don't churn it up into our icing. And you're ready to go.
All right, beautiful.
We have a beautiful devil's food cake with a raspberry filling with a fresh buttercream icing.